Howdy.
Hey, what's up?
How's it going?
Good. I thought you were doing the intro video.
We're doing the intro video now? Okay. Check out
That's what
this
you were
intro
supposed
video,
to do, you
guys.
goofball.
Wow.
There you
That's
go.
intense. That's
You did it
intense.
right. That was supposed to
I
come
did.
on. You're supposed to run with that right after. All right.
All right.
So, how you doing
Ready
today,
to say
brother?
hi to some people? I'm doing good. You want to say hi to some people in the chat?
Yeah, who we got? Who we got in the chat?
We got Ted. Hi,
We got
Ted.
Mr. Ted Darklaw.
We got
Howdy,
Mr.
Ted.
Largo Slayer.
All right, Jim. What's up, chicken butt?
We got
Jim's got internet right
Ratface44
now.
Reviews.
James, how are you?
I think that's everyone
All
so
right.
far.
Excellent. So I'd like to give a quick shout out to Jim at Largo's Lair, who helped me with some of that presentation intro thing. We had had a little conversation last night to learn some of the little tricks and tips that he does for his presentations, because I still think that Jim has a whole crew of like Guatemalan elves that help him with his presentations, but he won't admit to that yet. So
We got more
let's see.
people. We got Mr. Wonderful in here.
Hey, Mr. Wonderful. Mr. Wonderful is going to
And,
be on like all sorts of podcasts pretty soon with his Hexa Stacks, and he's going to be getting
ooh,
his Kickstarter started in, I think, beginning of July. So be looking
it's
forward to that.
crazy. And we got Bjorn.
Oh, we got Bjorn with
Bjorn
the
Jorgensen.
Schmebulok again. You know about
All right.
Schmebulok.
I know about Schmebulok. You don't, though.
I don't.
Too
All I
old.
know is that it was a good cartoon. So anyway, have a good day.
I had a great day, sir.
Excellent. We had some chicken
was
wings.
yours?
That was good.
We did have some chicken wings. I do love chicken wings.
You can't have buffalo wings, anywhere else but Buffalo.
No,
So.
but Buffalo. Exactly.
Right. And I failed again getting the blue cheese for you, so I apologize.
As usual. I think you're just like
usual.
a secret agent for Rob, and you're just trying to get me away from the blue cheese.
Yeah, I know. He only concerns himself with the pizza part of it, though. So it's funny because like when I lived in Texas and when I lived in Georgia, people use ranch for everything.
Weird.
Right? They don't do blue cheese, but you come up here to Western New York, it's all about the blue cheese. So you get blue cheese with chicken wings, so you might as well have your pizza right there with it, right? Yes.
Warm ranch would be disgusting.
Ted, I got my hella dope mug. I don't know if Luke's got his knockoff hella dope mug.
It's not. It's just blue.
That's one of Mom's good mugs. You don't want to wreck that.
Yeah. She'd kill me.
Yeah, she'd kill you. It's all good, though.
It's all good.
Yeah. So it's been raining for days here. Don't know how everybody else's area is doing, but Mr. Wonderful says he's out driving, listening as he's driving. And let's see. I don't know. I know a lot of them are watching unboxing art, so I'm guessing that must be over or on its way to being over. He usually does about an hour or so, but unboxing art and Cox Creek were on Hella Dope Sunday. It was a good show. They have a good stream every Wednesday at 7:30. So what's Largo say there? Bring up Largo's comment. When are we getting a 1/6 scale Stargate and the SG1 Adventure Team crossover? Yeah. I'd have to get a big piece of foam to make a 6 scale one. That one is 10 inches inside the circle and 11 and something on the outside. So we'll have to look
sick.
at doing
You want
that.
to show it off?
Yeah. Here, I'll move my camera. Let me see if I can do this.
I don't know if that's a great idea.
There we go.
Move to the right a little bit. That's the left. There we go. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. works good and looks really nice in photos, especially if I get the smoke effect going on.
If you can manage to get it going on,
Yeah, right.
even though it takes you 8 years.
Yeah, I got to get it right. But the smoke just kind of lingers inside the circle. So, which
It's pretty
kind of
sick.
leads us into our topic we're going to discuss tonight, which is figure photography. And I know Mr. Darklaw always talks about how he struggles with figure photography. So I thought we'd just discuss that in a without a lot of technical aspects to it, because I don't really do anything technical with my figure photography. Do you?
I would never. I'm not that kind of person.
I know you're not that kind of person, because if it takes effort, you're not about that, right?
Nope. Like the Tao Te Ching says, man, no effort. That's exactly what it says in there. And you can't prove me wrong about that because you don't know.
Well, I've been doing figure photography since I was a wee lad. Back when
Wee
you had
lad.
to a wee lad, back when you had to put the I think it was 110 film into the camera, and then you wind it. And I started doing a lot of outdoor photography because back then we had to get these little flash cubes that you plugged into the camera. Otherwise, you didn't have a flash. They weren't built in, so it was a lot easier just to do it outdoors. So I started
Just
that
get
probably
some
when I was
gunpowder, light that up,
8, 9 years old. With my Migos and Eagle Force, and then I moved into GI Joe and Superpowers, and been doing fake photography ever since. But I'm a real,
old
well,
man.
yeah, I'm an old man. I know I am, but
When you used one of those cameras that you put the veil over your head, right? And you were under with the little thing that you had to hold like
yeah,
this,
and it has a little
the
spring thing on
pan.
the front. I had to pull
Yeah.
it out,
And
and
then
yeah,
it.
yeah, flash
That's the
powder
flash cube you're
on
talking
this
about.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They all came out black and white, kind of like a sepia color. I don't know. I couldn't do any better back then.
No,
But
you've come a long way.
I have. Now it's just point and click. Candid photography, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Well, I'll tell you what, Largo. When my great grandmother passed away, we had to go through all of her stuff, of course, and my grandfather was always a really big photographer. He had his own dark room and the whole 9 yards. Developed all of his own pictures and stuff, and had some published and stuff back when he was a young man working in New York City on magazines and things like that. But when we went through some of his, at my great grandma's house, he had like this box of stuff that he just left there when he moved out many, many years ago. But there was some candid black and whites of some ladies. We don't know who they were or what they were or how he knew them, but we learned a lot about Grandpa that day. Let me just say that. I can say that because Luke never met the guy. So, well, he did, but he was like one.
I don't remember him at all.
Yeah, he was one when Luke was one when he passed away. So
He was one when I passed away, and then he's
yeah,
resurrected.
when you crossed over and rose from the
Yeah.
dead on the third day.
Yep.
Yeah, he was already gone. So anyway, back to the topic at hand. You and I take a lot of pictures, especially down at the forestry area where the action Crick is, and do a lot of nice shots there. But you and I both kind of just like to do things in a practical sense. So if the figure stands where it is, if he can hang where he's at, we don't use a lot of tricks where there's wires and supports holding him up that we end up photoshopping out afterwards. So
don't think that ever happens.
Nope. I don't even know if I could do that, actually. I'd have to ask you to Photoshop it.
I could do it. That'd be easy, but
I know you could, but I never ask you to.
no, I don't want to. It's too much effort.
Yeah, too much. Oh, you're such a smart ass. Who invited you anyway?
I don't know, honestly. Why am I even here?
I don't know. So you've been taking pictures of me really quite a bit for about 2 years now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what do you think about it?
Well, I've been taking a lot longer than that, though, because I used to take a lot of Lego pictures.
Yes, you used
back
to do
in the
stop
day.
motions for
That's like 7 or 8 years I've been doing that.
yeah, You
I
want
just
to
took
bring up your Lego
pictures.
stop motion?
Do we have it? We
I could
could.
bring it up.
You should
I'll
bring
bring
it
it
up.
up.
That'd be
All
funny.
right,
Yeah.
you talk to people. I'll be right back with that.
Hi, people. He's gonna bring up a stop motion I made a long time ago. Yes, maximum effort. That's what I do every day. Maximum effort. I do the best I can at everything.
Yeah.
I don't think the kids at my school know how to Photoshop things, though, sadly. So I don't have the resources for that. I took a lot better photos than just Lego stop motions. Okay, this one's not good.
Yes.
And this is the only one I ever posted on YouTube. It's not very
But
good.
you were like what, 6 or 7 when you did this one?
Yeah. I made a lot better ones, though, in my day. But I took a lot of Lego photos. Let me see if I can find them. I don't think I have any.
You did do a lot of Lego photos. That was your thing though back then.
Yeah,
Lego minifigures.
Lego minifigures. I've since graduated onto full-size minifigures.
Yes.
Let me see if I
But
can
my
find
point
them.
is with you working with me a lot over the last several years of fake photography,
Mhm.
what do you enjoy doing it, or do you do it because you can just say because you do it, Dad, and I'd be okay with that. But I mean, like, do you find any enjoyment out of it? Do you like how the art ends up looking when it's all done?
I like taking pictures of things. I think they look cool. I like things that look cool pretty much. If it didn't look cool, I wouldn't like it.
Yeah.
You know? If I can find a Lego picture, that'd be pretty sick.
If I could find you in my list here, it'd be cool. I obviously subscribe to way too many channels. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, you're on YouTube too much, man. You need to roll it back.
I need I need to bring it back down a little bit. All right, let's see. Helps if I know the alphabet. There you are. That's all right. I'm going to go back to StreamYard and I'm going to share my screen. This is the world premiere of Cool Caleb's Lego
Oh, okay.
minifigures.
We're
And what
having
was
a
it called?
special event. The Dream.
Yeah, this is big times. This was called The Dream. This was made by Luke back when he was probably 6 or 7 years old.
I was very young. Is it playing? You can't
Yeah.
play it? Are you playing it? I can't see it. It's not
Can you
playing.
see? Can you
No,
see my screen?
you gotta share your screen. You gotta share your screen.
I did share my screen.
No,
I
you're
think it's
not.
just my. Hold on. I think it's just the my browser blocked my screen. It says.
Hmm.
Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Yeah, it's blocking it for some reason. I don't know why. I probably have some pop-up blocker or something set on this computer that I don't know about yet. Click the screen icon in your address bar to allow access. All right, one more time. Sorry,
You
guys.
guys have a favorite toy line that you prefer to photograph? I like Legos. I haven't photographed a Lego man in a very long time though, so I don't know. Anyway, play the stop motion. Roll the clip.
All right, here we go.
Is it playing?
It's processing.
It's loading. It's loading.
Yeah.
There we go.
I don't know if I have enough
Okay.
bandwidth to
It's up.
play this
It's
and
up.
StreamYard
It's
at
up.
the
It's
same
up.
time.
It's up. Will it play?
Nope.
No, it will not. All right. Well,
My internet is
we
bad.
tried.
And
Just put the link in the chat. Put the link in the chat.
jungle.
If you want to see it, you can watch it. You can also watch all of my old videos. I don't think you guys want to watch this though. They weren't
So
the
what
best.
was Jim's question?
He was just saying, do you have a photo, like a favorite line that you like taking pictures of?
I would say probably my favorite line. Oh, hey Oz, how you doing? I would say probably is either Valiverse or currently AWOC and Mythic Legions, depending on what kind of mood I'm in. But I really like the Valiverse line just because I can pose them in just about any position possible. So that's probably my favorite line. I know everybody has their complaints about some of the bodies all being the same and stuff like that. Like they were talking about unboxing art just before this show. But you know, that's how you make your money. Everybody sells the same buck and you just paint it differently, add a little bit of details different here and there. But I had several GI Joe figures and classified when I first started 112th, and they didn't pose nearly as good as the Valiverse figures did right out of the box. So I switched over to that mostly, and now that's where I take most of my photographs with. Plus, you know, military stuff. You can do a lot of military stuff. You can do a lot of adventure-based stuff. I have them facing off against Predator and sometimes the AWOCs and things like that. So, what about you, Luke?
I said Lego already. I haven't taken a picture of a
Oh,
Lego
you
man
said
in a
Lego
very
already?
long time. But
Why
I
not?
do really like taking pictures of Legos. I don't know. I just haven't, you know, I have no reason to.
Well, I think it's kind of funny for me because, like, how many years did I do 1/6 scale, right? I mean,
Long
for
time.
the,
Long time.
yeah, long
Most
time,
of my
right?
life.
All your life, pretty much, until the last couple of years
Yeah.
when I got to 1/12 scale. And the only reason I went to 1/12 really was because the diodes were easier
to
make and don't take up your whole kitchen like the one behind me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but they photograph nice, especially some of the higher quality 1/6 scale. I mean, those figures look very realistic. Just, you know, you put them in.
You took a couple pictures last summer though of a couple one.
Yeah, I took them of the
G.I. Joes.
figure that I named after you, the Lucas Calabas figure. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's my
I
adventure
mostly took
guy.
them, but you know.
I set them up. You took the pictures.
Yeah.
That's how it works. That's our team.
I don't get paid for it.
You get to be the ninja because you can get down. You know, I get down most of the time. I can't get back up. It's a truth.
I can't get down.
You know, it's a struggle. When you get 50, it's hard to get back up. So, you know, and you never mind. I mean, we walked back into the forestry when it was like 30 out, and you just took your shoes off and walked through the crick, and then
That's true.
climbed through the snow and dried your feet off on your old t-shirt, and then put your shoes back on. So you're like the Crick Ninja.
I am the Crick Ninja.
That's where we're going to put your label for at the bottom of your screen next week. Crick Ninja.
Crick Ninja. We have another question here. We also have a new person here. Ostradamus Toys.
Yes, Oz.
All right. And we have a question from Largo. What are some of the challenges with 1/6 scale photo shoots versus 112?
You want to take that one? Since you're
I don't know.
Jim,
I
would
have
say,
any challenges. I have no, you know.
I know you're
I have
maximum
no
effort.
limitations.
I would say the biggest difference or maybe challenge with 1.6 compared to 1.12 is really just the size. I like the 1.6 because you can actually get some more realistic looks out of them because of the actual soft goods, and a lot of times the faces and the gear have a lot more detail than you see in 112 scale for a lot of lines. But when I go out to the forestry now, I can throw a dozen 112 scale figures in my backpack and a horse, or a small diorama or something accessory, and walk back there. When you're talking 1.6 scale, you know get maybe 6 or 7 figures and you got a backpack full. So
And then like you try to bring a car, and that's not going to work. You can't bring a car.
no. No, that's why like a lot of my shoots I did with the Jeeps and stuff were always just in the backyard, because
Yeah.
they're just too big to carry around.
Have you seen the 3D printed classified whale?
Yes, I did see that actually. I just saw that the other day on Instagram. That thing looks amazing, but that thing is gigantic also. I mean, like that dragonfly that's coming out for GI Joe classified right now is
That's
almost
the
3 feet
helicopter,
long.
right?
Yeah, it's 3 feet long, and I don't know how high it's going to be once it's up on its stand, but I mean that's an entire shelf right there. Now you can put figures underneath it, so it's not taking up the entire shelf, but still a big honking beast. This dial behind me is like 2 foot by 2.5 by 2.5. So I mean that was built for 1.6 scale, but I use it for 1/12 and 1/6 works. When people keep talking about all these 1/12 scale vehicles that they want, I mean, I don't think even at 1/12 scale people realize how big they have to be. The Brahmin Racer and that Bandito are both like 19.5 inches long and like 6.5 inches wide. And I think Valaverse's Vanguard is around that size too, and it's probably higher because it's got the off-road tires and the SUV style body. So then you put the gun mount on top. That thing's probably taking up a whole big amount of shelf real estate. What are you doing back there?
What?
So what are you doing?
Nothing. I'm trying to find something.
Oh, you're trying to find something? Okay.
Yeah.
So I know, Jim, you're just getting into the 1/6 scale world again, revisiting that with your AT-76 stuff that you're putting together. So I would say, to answer that question, that's probably the biggest challenge, is just bulk of the figures and the scale. And making a 1/6 scale dial or even a backdrop takes up a lot more room just because of the way pictures are. That's one of the biggest challenges with 1/6 scale, is trying to get the entire body in the picture and have it close enough where people can still see the details. It's a challenge just because of the size of the figure. It can be done, but it's still a lot easier with a 6-inch figure than a 12-inch figure.
Very true.
Did you find what you was looking for?
I found a few things.
All right.
So here's one of the guys that I took pictures of. If I can get it to focus. There's a horse.
Okay. I can see a horse, but who's riding the horse?
Will it focus? That's the question. Let me just do the guy. I think it's too bright.
It doesn't like his face. It's too yellow. Is that Count Dracula or?
No, it's just a knight. Anyway, there's a knight on a horse. That's one of the guys. I used to take pictures of him a lot. And then I did this series a while ago of photos where I would take pictures of. I made a whole thing, the whole pantheon of the Greek gods. He's missing his helmet though. This is Hermes. He had the Golden Age Flash helmet on that I got from the Comic-Con, but then this is Zeus. And I made
Did you make the beard, or is the Zeus beard from?
That's from Sensei Wu from the Ninjago.
Ah, yes. So
who I also used to take a lot of pictures of.
Yeah. Largo says, just recently bought my first 1/6 scale vehicle. Which one did you get, Jim? And then Mr. Wonderful
I've
has a
never
question
heard of
for you.
Mini-Mates. I don't know what Mini-Mates is.
I don't know if I know what Mini-Mates is either.
I have another guy, and you're gonna like him. I don't know if you can tell.
I can't really see him.
Let me see if
I
I can
can
turn
see
this
he's got
light
like
off.
I can see he's got like an orange cape, but well, now he's too dark. There you go. Oh, nice, dude. Is that Wukong?
It's Wukong. Yeah.
Awesome.
I knew you'd like him.
All right. So Mr. Wonderful says, thinks if you were into Lego for photos, those would be like a perfect upgrade from there to give you the Lego-like approach, but alternate articulation. We'll have to check them out. I don't think I mean, I've probably seen
Neither
them.
have I.
We probably have seen them. We just don't know. So we'll definitely have to check them out. Thank you, Mr. Wonderful. You got more?
No, that was all of them that I grabbed.
That was all
but
of them?
the ones that I grabbed, I have a lot.
Yeah.
let me grab it.
Holy. You still have your Lego box?
Yeah, I do.
You keep it under your bed?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That stays under my bed.
So what did you do with your Lego Pantheon? Did you take pictures of it?
I took some pictures of it, but then it just like, I don't know. I stopped and then I put them all back in the bin and then they went into the monster's mouth, you know?
Yeah. Like
The
Robo
Sarlacc
on the
pit.
like Robo on the Foosh always talking about the carpet monster.
The carpet monster, yeah.
Yeah. So I just lost my question I was going to ask you.
What were you going to ask me?
I'm old. I forget.
You
a
are
lot.
old. That's fair. Oh, God. Oh,
What'd you
God. Nothing. My camera just fell over. My bad.
That was
Hey,
like
everybody.
that was like a roller coaster ride. It almost made me want to vomit.
You deserve it.
I deserve it.
You deserve it.
Let's see. Largo picked
Keeping you
up
on your toes.
the Mutt Jeep and trailer from the 21st Century Toys. Oh, that is an excellent vehicle. That one's pretty good. It's got a lot of good detail, a lot of customizing potential. And of course, you can always turn the trailer into a utility hauler, and carry all your gear and stuff like that. But yeah, that's a good stuff. The Ultimate Soldier, 21st Century Toys, man, they made some of the best 1/6 scale stuff out there. That stuff was just amazing. I had, back when they were in production, I had 5 of their Hummers, 2 of their helicopters, a bunch of the motorcycles. I had the Mutt and the Mutt Jeep and trailer, a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, they had some quality stuff. James says he just got classified torpedo and scrap iron. Did you get them like in hand, James, or did you pre-order them? I'm really interested in torpedo, and I'm hoping that he has better plastic than the last batch of Joe's had, where they were a little gummy on the legs and kind of wobbly. And Mr. Darklaw, I forget my questions all the time. I thought it was because I was drinking, but I'm going with the old excuse forward. Well, in my defense, Ted, I have 10 years on you, and I didn't write any show notes. You always lose your show notes. Oh, we have a new person in the thing. Fitness Frank, how are you doing?
Howdy, Frank.
Thanks for coming in. Mr. Wonderful has a question back here. I want to know what the Hitch Veliverse vehicle is going to be, because I think we can print some nice tow-alongs for when that comes out. I agree. Yeah, I know he alluded to that, and I think it's just going to be another gear pack or something that he sells. I'm guessing that it's probably going to be a couple different things. You know, it could be like a missile launch behind it, like the old tow, or maybe just a cargo netted thing. Hopefully he's not going to do something crazy and have like a wagon to haul more figures in, because even having the figures on the side is kind of not realistic. But That's just my opinion. All right, who else we got here? All right, James says he has them in hand right now. Oh, cool. So I wonder, have you taken them out of the box and is the plastic good? My only concern is like I had Ricondo and his legs are so rubbery, he barely stood up after a couple of days in the warm house. Ted says, one day I will solve the show notes problem. Until then, it's just part of my charm. Yes, Ted, you are charming. Especially after a hella dope mug of blue champagne. What's the difference between old and vintage? Collectability. Exactly, like Ted says. Vintage has value. I guess I'm just old.
Some people age like wine and some people age like milk, you know?
Yep.
You age like milk.
I kind of age like the jar of pickles forgotten about in the back of the fridge. I just fermented.
You age like the blue cheese that's been sitting in my door for the last 8 years.
Of your car?
Yeah.
Yeah. In the nice, warm, hot sun? Yeah.
In the warm, hot sun.
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. So now that we got some rain and the Action Crick should be flowing nice, when we get out, get a nice sunny day, we can get out and take some more pictures.
100%.
So James is going to shoot an unboxing review. So then we'll have to check that out and see if the plastic's worthy. I'm definitely interested in Torpedo and the Eel. Those are pretty cool figures. Those are some of my favorites back when I was a kid. I like the wisdom from Luke. That should be a weekly segment. He can spit some wisdom out. Go ahead, Luke. Share some of your wisdom.
No. Only one per week, man. Only one a week.
No.
If you force it, it doesn't work, you know?
Yeah. But what was your wisdom? Some people age like fine wine and some like rotted blue cheese in the sun in a car door.
You get what you get, you know?
I thought you were going to spill some Miyamoto on us or something, you know?
Some often find their destiny on the road they take to avoid it. Master Uguay said that.
Master Uguay said that? Excellent.
Descartes actually said it, but you know.
Yes.
He's stealing his wisdom.
Excellent. And this is why I love having you around, because I learn something new every day.
I got you today. With that one quote. The Iroh quote.
The Iroh quote? Yeah, but that was from a cartoon.
That doesn't mean that's not wisdom. What?
It's definitely wisdom, but, you know, still not a historical quote. I'm sure he took it from some historical place, but. So let's see. Back to the topic of fake photography. What's your favorite way to take pictures? You use your iPhone?
With a camera.
With a camera. Thank you. So I have a question for you, since you recently switched from an Android to your
It's awful.
iPhone. What do you think? You like the Android better?
Yeah, way better. That might just be because my other camera was like way more expensive, right? I had a $1,000 phone and then I went to a $200 phone.
Yeah.
And $1,000 phone camera was much better. But I think your phone is like, it's cheaper than mine and it takes way better pictures.
Yeah, I've always had good luck with the Samsung pictures on the phones.
Samsung has way better cameras.
Yeah. I think people just buy the Apples because it's Apple, right? I mean, it's just.
Oh, yeah. It's a brand.
Just a thing, right?
It's branding.
Yeah.
There's people that buy Apple just because it's Apple. Like they don't even use the thing that they're buying.
Yep. I know my my Droid that I had for Motorola took really good pictures, but then when I switched over to the Samsungs, I've always had really good luck. The biggest problem I have is just holding my hand steady, because usually I'm like laying on the ground or some half.
You might have
leaning over.
Tremors.
I got some tremors because I'm old. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I have you. I have my Crick Ninja to take
Hey man, my hand's not much steadier than yours.
Yeah, but your pictures always come out good. You always get some wild angles.
That's true. That's because I hang upside down from trees and stuff.
Yes. It's a good thing you were born with those monkey feet. You can hang upside down like
I have tiny feet, man. What are you talking about?
You
I
hang
think
upside down like Wukong. So, is there anything you're looking forward to getting to take pictures of?
No, not really.
What are you
I can
doing
get-
now?
I'm getting upside down like Wukong. Yeah.
Nobody wants to see those things because you probably smell them through the camera.
Probably. I'm sorry about that, guys. My chair fell over.
The camera fell over. Now the chair fell over.
I'm very destructive.
Yes.
Anyway,
at
I
least
don't
you're
know.
not driving a sword into your dresser today, so that's good.
Today, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
So
But
you
I
don't
do have a knife.
yeah. So you don't have any figures you're looking forward to photographing next?
I don't know. I don't think so. Not right now.
You got going to order that Moon Knight figure. That'll be a cool one to photograph because those figures pose like crazy. I don't know what happened to him. We lost Luke, I guess. Dropped out. His mom probably cut the internet on him. So anyway, guys, hope everybody's doing good. Let's see what's going on in the chat while he's doing whatever he's doing. He might be, I have no idea. Maybe he's getting a coffee. I don't know. Let's see. Mr. Largo, Ratface 44 reviews. Looking forward to seeing your thoughts on Scrap Iron. Yeah, James always does really good reviews. His are some of the ones I like because he gets in, gets it done. You know, there's not a lot of messing around. Then he kind of puts them up at the end, displays them around, and gets a really good review in, shows all the articulation, all the important stuff, but, you know, doesn't include a whole bunch of nonsense that's not needed. And always gives his honest opinion, so that's good. So, Jim, appreciate your reviews, so keep them coming. I just watched your Dr. Mindbender one. No, what was the latest one you did? I can't remember. I just watched that one, and then Mindbender came on after it. So that was good. Appreciate those. Where'd you go, dude?
I had my maid bring me some coffee.
I knew you were getting a coffee.
That's weird.
I just said you can go back and watch. I said he's probably went to get a coffee.
I genuinely did not, but Emily brought me one, and
well, Emily needs to bring me one of those. Those are my favorites.
I'm not one to, like, you know, decline gifts.
That's right. So, are you going to take Indiana Jones out into the woods and take pictures of him?
I got to get all those guys out there.
Yeah,
all of them.
And your Mandalorian, that looked really dope. In the Crick. No?
I don't know. I think that's more of like a city guy. There's no nature on Mandalore.
Yeah, there is now because it's all destroyed. Can't argue
I don't know if
that
that's how that works. That's not how that works, man.
You didn't watch Mandalorian season 3.
No, I didn't.
But they were did, you would know what I just said. Right.
Full of their atmosphere did.
Yeah, there's still city underneath, but on the top it's all just destroyed. There's no nature.
That's what I'm saying. There's no nature. Yeah, that's what I just said.
He could be fighting a giant sea monster. See? And Mandalorian.
You still got a comment on the screen.
I do? Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I got it off there for you.
You're supposed to be managing that. You know, I get sidetracked.
I'm drinking a coffee.
You're the one with the ADHD, and I'm the one that gets sidetracked, so it works well.
It's true. It does, yeah.
I think I'm really looking forward to getting the exclusive Condor, the Covert Ops Condor.
The one with the screaming face, though?
No, that's Desert Condor. The Covert Ops has the Hawaiian shirt on, sunglasses.
Magnum PI.
Magnum PI type, yeah. He looks really cool. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to getting the Ramen Racer and the Bandito. And hopefully I was on stream, going to be on stream Saturday with Kelly from Odd Frog Entertainment to do a stream for the Bandito again. So hopefully when they get the couple prototypes, I'll be getting one of those to do a review on and then take some awesome pictures of that. And then, of course,
the
Vanguard.
This guy gets it. You don't.
Mandalore's poisoned.
This guy does not get it.
Hey, don't remember who you're siding with here. You don't even know James.
I don't
You
have
have
to
to
know
deal with
James.
me every day.
I know he knows his stuff.
All right. Someone just popped in. Someone who's
I don't have to deal with you. You have to deal with me.
so now you're like Rorschach, right? Rorschach.
What you just call him?
Can't,
What did you
I
just
can't even
call
talk.
him?
Rorschach. When he's into prison, he's like,
It's
I'm
not
not
what you
locked up in
said.
here with
I know what
you.
you. That's what I'm quoting, but that's not you. Did not call him Rorschach.
Yeah, I know. And there's Frank from Around with Toys, who does some awesome pictures. He's got
Aloha,
like
Frank.
17,000 followers or something like that on Instagram. So Frank does a lot of the photography for Hella Dope, and I think some other companies like BBTS and maybe some other ones. But yeah, he does some awesome stuff. So welcome, Frank. Let's see what Mr. Largo has to say. I'm tempted to pick up some of the indie figures for kit bashing with Valaverse. Are they any good?
I'll grab them.
The Indiana Jones figures, they're Hasbro, but I mean, they are the only complaint I have, and I mean, it's kind of a, it's an offsetting thing. Like they limited the articulation, so they didn't have to break up the coat and the dress pants. As far as a figure goes, though, he photographs excellent. I took quite a few photos of him before I passed him on to Luke. So he's definitely worth getting, especially from, I mean, Hella Dope has him for like $24.99, I think. So well worth it. The only problem is the belt, whip, and holster. They have tiny little plastic plugs that hold them down.
Yeah, these don't work.
I actually ended up gluing my whip holder down. So hey, we're happy you made it too, Frank.
This button right here does not stay.
Yeah, they're really small, Jim. But I mean, as far as Gridiron made a belt with the whip that the Teflon got, and that thing is amazing looking. It comes with a whip, a pistol, the holster, and a torch, and that is a really good set. So it costs just as much as the figure, but with that on there, Teflon's Indy looks amazing. Marion's a good figure. Of course, Belloc and Sala have the typical thing when you put a big overlay on there, you got the traffic cone situation. But I put Sala's head on the one of my Action Force bodies, and it looked pretty dope as kind of a Desert Raider type of figure. So yeah, like Frank says here, that Gridiron set for Indy is really, really good. Of course, I just saw SH Figure Arts is going to have an Indiana Jones out too, so I'm interested in that. I was hoping to find out if Mr. Darkclaw and Mr. Black Knight were going to actually carry that SH Figure Arts for the Indiana Jones figure.
His legs don't even move, man.
Yeah, like I said, those overlays, they're really good looking and they complete the figure, but they are definitely traffic cones as far as front and back articulation. But they're quality. I mean, they're good figures. They're definitely better plastic than some of the Joes and the Star Wars figures have come with. But like I said, it's kind of a one-for-one deal, so you limit the articulation so your sculpt looks a little better. The head likeness on Indy with the hat is pretty decent with Harrison Ford, though. So
So I'm going to do the rest of the stream.
Message us later. Aaron would know. He's loading up the store so fast. It's hard for me. Yeah, I got an email today that said, check out what's new this week from Hella Dope Toys. And I went in there and I was like, oh my God. And I just pre-ordered the
Street Fighter
yesterday.
I knew it. I called it.
Well, I only ordered the one. Did you want
Which one?
both?
Yes. What?
The Bruce Lee looking one. I ordered the
You only got Fei Long? Ryu's
the
best character, though. He's my favorite.
Oh, you wanted Ryu?
I wanted
Well,
Ryu.
you buy Ryu. You got
I will buy Ryu. I do have a job.
Delivering pizzas. Luke Skywalker.
You've never even played Street
Fighter.
Pizza
delivery.
Why are you getting... You don't even like Bruce Lee.
Crick Ninja. I didn't get them for me. I got them for you.
Oh, wow. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I thought that was the one you wanted, so that's the one I got.
I wanted both of them. I'm going to get all of them.
Okay. Well, they're
Gotta get
available at Hella
Chun-Li
Dope Toys
and
for
Ken.
pre-order. And they have the fastest shipping this side of the poop line. So
it's very nice to know.
if you want them, they did get some in, but those were all covered under pre-order. So you might want to get your pre-order in. We could pre-order it. But yeah, Ted, I will definitely get a hold of you or Aaron later about the Indiana Jones SH Figure Arts figure. Find out if you guys are going to have that on pre-order or not. It's awesome that Hella Dope Toys is now carrying some SH Figure Arts. They got some Mezco in, some other third-party companies or whatever you want to call them. Big, more expensive companies, I guess. So that's really good. Looking forward to the Cosmic Legions coming out soon. That's one thing I'm really looking forward to. I was super stoked about the Mezco Void Wars Gomez, but I don't really need the mech suit, and I don't really need to pay $350 for the figure and the mech suit together. So, but the suit looks pretty cool. Kind of looks like Mork and Mindy's from back in the 70s on that TV show that Robin Williams did. So someone could take that Mezco Gomez and add a young Robin Williams head to it and have a Mork when he's in a spacesuit. You get an egg that he can fly and you're golden. Got a custom Mork from Mork and Mindy. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the a couple of the cars to photograph and the undercover Condor, and then mostly I'm waiting for the Cosmic Legion so I can do some more pictures in my space shuttle bio. But I guess that's one of the biggest reasons that I switched down to 1/12 scale was just because I can pump out a dio in a weekend and instead of 6-7 months. So, Mr. Cruz, how are you today? When's the next Mission Impossible come out?
Oh, that's gonna be a good movie. That's gonna be a great movie, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're ready for Top Gun 3. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got my
Got
jacket,
your aviators on, your
sunglasses.
glasses. Yeah.
I just need a plane.
You're not gonna like jump up and down on the couch when you fall in love with some chick that's 20 years younger than you, are you?
I would never.
Good.
I don't jump on couches. My mom
Good
would kill
call.
me.
She would. The dog's allowed to do it though.
I know. It's rude.
It is
He has
rude.
more rights here than I do.
Yeah. Now where are you going?
I'm putting the action figure.
You're doing what? Putting India away?
Yeah.
So anybody have any questions about anything they want to see photographed? Frank, you got any tips or tricks you'd like to share about photographs? I know you shared a bunch when you were on Hella Dope Toys. I know you photograph on your nightstand or whatever it was you said you did. So you're making me nervous.
You always are nervous when people stand. You're scared of standing. Isn't that sad? He's a sad old man.
I'm not scared of standing. I'm scared of you standing because usually that means I'm going to get punched in the back or smacked in the head or something. So yeah, I pre-ordered. I pre-ordered the. Who did I pre-order? What's his name?
Fei Long.
I pre-ordered Fei Long, and I got the Condor on order, and got a couple other figures I put on pre-order. I can't remember who though, from some other places. But we saw Dusty and the Crimson Guard at the Walmart today, which is the first time they've had anything new. But I'm not interested in either one of them. Any toy photography in the projects in the works? Well, Mr. Largo, without giving too many details away, I am going to be starting tomorrow on a new pretty big dio for some pictures that I plan on doing. I'm going to probably do some videos of the actual dio build this time to post up on the channel. Kind of doing something like Radnom Diorama did. when he did the basic terrain with the movable trees and stuff, so you can set it up for some different things. But I got some bigger plans with it, and it's going to be on a much grander scale than what Jonathan did. So that will be in the works. I'll start that tomorrow, so I'll probably take some pictures. You'll probably see them up on the on my Instagram tomorrow. And if I remember to do a video, which is always the thing, I do a lot of work and then I say, oh, I should have videoed this, and I never do. But that's what happens when you sit down on a Saturday morning and you're just like, I'm going to build a space shuttle, and then you just build it and then you finish it later on that night. So
You also still haven't taken a picture of that horse yet at the creek.
yes, I got to get my Mythic Legions Boreas out to Action Crick to get a picture of him with either an AWOC or Dubon on it, or both, depending on what I feel like for the day. But life's been a little hectic. I left my job.
This is the announcement.
2 weeks ago that I've been at for 15 years, and going to be starting a new job next week. So I had the last 2 weeks off, and I just been kind of, I don't know, just been kind of
He's been
figuring
chilling,
things out, moving around through
Chilling.
life, trying to figure it out, chilling.
relaxing.
I never was one to actually take vacations that were very long. I usually took a week in the summer to go to the Adirondacks for a couple of years, and we took one vacation to Myrtle Beach. But usually my vacations were always like extra days on the weekends. We'd hit, take a Friday and a Monday or something like that, or a Monday and a Tuesday. But I never really took long vacations, so I've been off for almost 2 full weeks now. So
You're going
I've
crazy.
had a lot of time, but I've had so much time that I've just kind of walked around in circles. And it's one of those things. You get too much time on your hands, it is the devil's playground. And I find myself just kind of sitting in the middle of the room going, okay, what is today? Then I have to look at my phone to make sure I know what day it is. And but it's been good. Let's see.
You can never have too much time on your hands.
You can never. And my new job, I'm going to be actually working from home, so it'll be good. I can take breaks and do what I need to do, and I don't have any set schedule. I can work whenever I want. So if it's a nice day out, I can get up in the morning, go take a nice hike through the woods, and come back and start work then, or work in the morning, take a hike in the afternoon, take some pictures, and then go back to work. Thank you, Mr. Darkclaw. And Frank, thank you. Appreciate that. And James, thank you. I love your picks too, man. Always look forward to your pics and your videos. And I know me and Frank are always on each other's Instagram talking to each other about our pictures. So always appreciate that stuff. Yeah, I got to get a refill of coffee. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, Luke?
Yes,
you got the show. I'm
gonna give them
mute.
a demonstration of my sword.
All right, I'm going to mute. Don't say anything bad about me because I can still hear.
All right, guys, we just need to talk about how crazy this old man is. All right, like, who even is this guy? Who does he think he is? With that man bun and the ponytail, and trying to be like a GI Joe with those mutton chop things, but he can't grow a full beard for some reason. Apparently, it's too itchy. But I think he's just too much of a baby to grow a full beard. Honestly, not enough of a man. Can't even beat me in an arm wrestle. I've beaten him in an arm wrestle every single time. It's kind of sad. It's a really sad thing to watch your dad become an old man and fall apart on you. What am I supposed to do? I mean, who's gonna save me when I'm trying to fall off a cliff? He can't even lift me up. I can lift him up. I can give him a piggyback ride. It's really sad.
Did I miss something?
No, nothing happened at all. Talking about toys,
You haven't beat me in an arm wrestle yet.
I've beaten you twice.
So
He likes to lie. He's a liar. He's a liar. He just makes things up constantly because he can't admit that he lost twice.
So yeah, bring up your web and look up the mini mates. Let's look at those up real quick. Let's see what Mr. Largo says while you're doing that. Making a schedule for yourself and sticking to it definitely helps keep the mental health positive. Yeah, I know. I've been it's kind of been one of the things I've been working on when I was off is, I mean, I've
Oh,
worked
they're just
since
like
I started.
extra articulated Lego people.
Are they? Well, bring one up so
Yeah.
we can all see.
I
So
don't know
yeah,
how to
Jim, I
share my
know
screen.
that's, go down to present, and then it'll give you the
Okay.
option to share screen. You
I
might
don't
be able
have
to see
two
it better.
monitors.
You don't have to have two monitors. You just click on the one you want to share.
Window?
My system will probably crash if I do it, so I don't want to do it.
Mini.
So yeah, Jim, that's been one of the things I've been kind of working through the last couple
Can you
weeks is
see it?
just figuring out a schedule. It's coming. Cooler Luke is, yeah, getting myself a schedule. Like I said, I've been working since I was 14 years old, 13 years old. I started doing landscaping and stuff, and then went into working in the restaurant business, and I did some time in the army, and then got out of the army and worked for Walmart
You have a
for
soldier's
eight
mentality, man.
8 years, and then did some concrete for a couple years, and then I started working at this place and been there for the last 15. So, and I worked the same schedule for the last 15 years. Monday through
Yeah, they can see
Friday,
it.
8 to 4:30. So, oh, so they're just like they look a little bigger too, like maybe 3 inches instead of the 1.5 or something. So that's pretty cool. And they
Yeah,
have
those are neat.
licensed figures just like the Legos do. So yeah. Did you see a price on them?
No, I didn't check. I'll check later. Probably not too much.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to get a couple of those. Um, what were those figures? You remember those figures? They kind of look like those ones that came with like you got the video thing, remember? So you can do like stop
Oh
motion with
yeah,
them. Stick
yeah,
figs or something like that they were called.
yeah. I don't remember. They were cool though. That's where I got that tripod.
Yeah.
Stick
Yeah,
bots.
those look pretty cool, Mr. Wonderful.
Stick bots.
Do your
Those
sons
are very cool.
collect those? He says he's seen packs of those go what did you say? 2 to 3 packs for like $7. So that's not bad at all. Yeah, stick figs. That's what they were called. Yeah, his son messed with those too. So yeah, those kind of look like those. Not quite, a little bit bulkier than the stick figs, but yeah, stick figs are pretty cool. Um, you and Isabel had tons of fun with those guys, making stop motions. That's really kind of got you into stop motion, wasn't it? Or were you already doing Lego before that?
Lego way before that. Way before
Yeah.
that. I got into Lego stop motion from there's this Lego Batman movie that came out, and it
Oh
was like
yes.
the first one a long time ago.
Yeah.
It was like Lego Batman DC Superheroes Unite or something like that. And there was a special like video on that DVD that was about Lego stop motion and how they did it. And I
Yeah.
watched that probably more than I watched the movie. I would put the DVD in and just click on that special bonus feature and watch that thing multiple times.
I remember you and your sister were little, and you guys would just get down on the floor. You do some setup with your Legos, and you guys would be there for hours. And
Isabel would
what
always,
was it?
well, I would be done, and Isabel would always be building things, and I'd be like, "Come on, I want to play something." And she'd be like, "No,
Yeah.
I'm building a robot." And then
Didn't you guys do that with your handheld games? Isn't that what you took the pictures with? The
what?
Nintendo Game Boys? Or what did you use for those? Take
Do
the
you mean
pictures.
DS?
Yeah, Nintendo DS.
No, we didn't use. We used our iPods.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We had an app called Flipagram that we used our
Yep,
iPods.
that's right. So stick bots are awesome. Yes.
Yeah, the stick bots are the ones that I had.
Yeah, stick bots are cool. That was actually a pretty decent marketing thing, right? I mean, they had like, didn't one of them come with an actual studio thing, and they had the camera and
Green
everything with it, right?
screen and everything.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got that one.
There was a set I saw many years ago where that they had like a diorama that it was for a 1/18 scale figures, but it had like 3 sections, but it was basically made for Star Wars because they had like a woodland thing for like Endor, then a snow, and then like a Death Star looking set, and it had 3 levels, and it was set up like a triangle. It was circular, but there was 3 sections, and it came with like this mini tiny like miniature looking real life TV camera, right? So you can
Hmm.
do stop motion or
That's
figure
cool.
movies from there. It was pretty cool set. It wasn't that much money either. It was only like $69, I think, in the catalog, but I always wanted Javon to get
That's
that for me, but she never indulged in my toys.
no.
It's all good. I have lots of toys now. I indulge myself.
Yeah, no one can tell you no.
Nope, no one tells me no anymore, except for you. You tell me
I
no
tell you
all the
no all
time.
the time.
You do. Let's
Someone
see.
needs to keep you in check.
I know, otherwise I'd be an animal. Mr. Wonderful, what IP would be one that hasn't been made in 6-inch scale would be a great addition to the lines that are out there, anything from 80s to 2000? What IP would be one? What
We
do
were
you
talking
think?
about The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings the other day. Getting
Yeah,
good, like really good ones. You know, we have the ones from the movies, but like if we had book versions of the
yeah.
characters or the
Hot
Silmarillion.
Toys, right? Hot Toys, Sideshow Toys did their 1/6 scale ones, which I had a few of when you were little, but those are really well done. But like in a 6-inch scale, I think if you did a high quality uh Lord of the Rings, Hobbit stuff, that would be
What's
great.
1/6?
1/6 is the 12-inch figures. 1/12 is the 6-inch
Oh,
figures.
like
So the 1/12 is like the Action Force, and the 1/6 is like the old GI Joes. Yeah, you have your Bilbo still, don't you?
yeah, it's Frodo actually, but
Or Frodo, right? Yeah, Frodo. Sorry, but
Frodo.
yeah, I would. What I really think what I would love to see in 1/12 scale, Mr. Wonderful, is Cowboys. I know it's
Cowboy.
tough. I know it's tough now because the whole Cowboys and Indian things, but you don't have to do the Indians, right? Unless you wanted to do like Lone Ranger and Tonto. But I'd love to see like Doc Holliday, Wyatt Earp, kind of like what Chicken Fried Toys is doing, but in 1/12 scale instead of 1/18 scale. Yeah, that was a really good looking Frodo. You still got Sting. Sting is metal. Yeah, that's a really nice one. So let's see. To answer that question, Mr. Largo says 1/12 scale Exoforce. Yeah, that'd be awesome too. Exoforce would be
I'd like
cool.
1/12 scale Silmarillion characters.
Silmarillion characters, yeah.
Like Feanor,
If you did a whole
Ingolfin.
Tolkien line, I mean, you could go pretty deep into the characters with that, right?
They're
I mean,
doing that with the Magic the Gathering cards.
yeah,
They're making a
we did that with
Silmarillion line, I'm pretty sure.
yeah. Well, that lore is so deep with characters, and the characters have a lot of different iterations. So I mean,
Yeah.
see what Mister
Well, they
Wonderful
just don't
says
do
about his
anything with a
Ledger.
Silmarillion though. Like there's so much they could do, but I don't think there's anything. There's no cartoons, there's no movies, there's no not even like action figures.
I feel that Lord of the Rings would be cool, but I feel like it would be limited. Yeah, if you just did Lord of the Rings, it would be, but you could get a lot of characters if you expanded into the Hobbit. I mean, the whole lore. Anybody that read any of the books plus the Silmarillion is just amazing. So I mean, there's character after character after character. You got a lot of characters they didn't include in any of the movies. Like I would love to have a Tom Bombadil character.
Glorfindel.
That
He's
yeah,
in the Lord of the Rings,
Glorfindel.
but they don't have him in the
Um,
movies.
no, but I'd want that to be made by someone like like a company that's an indie company, like either Bobby or Mythic Legions or something like that. Because like Hasbro's, you know, figures aren't bad, but like their Dungeons and Dragons line, yes, they look like the cartoons, but like even their dragon, like I showed you, it looks like it's just a skinny thing, right? It's sculpted nice. It's just not made realistic to look realistic.
They also want to do
Uh,
it cool enough, you know. They
yeah,
should be cool looking, like
yeah,
cool
they need to be
armor,
like adult theme
sick
oriented, right?
stuff.
Like
Yeah,
where they're got blood and guts pouring off of them and stuff, like the Uruk Hai should have, right?
Maedhros without his
Pirates of
hand, you
Dark
know, you could get
Water.
rid of his arm.
Pirates of Dark Water, that would be a cool IP. I used to love that show.
Never heard
That
of
was
it.
you should look that up on YouTube sometime, Luke. You'd like that cartoon.
Oh, Wheel of Time.
Wheel of Time, that's
Mm.
another good one, yeah. Um, there's a whole bunch of cartoons I'd love to see, like all the old Hanna-Barbera um, ones they did in, I think, 5-inch back in the day, and then Mezco did Space Ghost, but that's going for like $500 on eBay now, so that's
The one that
well
I
out of my
have.
budget. No, Mezco
Oh, I
did
was
a
gonna say.
Mezco did it. The guys that make the Gomez, so they did a Space Ghost a couple years back, and that goes for like $500 now. But that's the only one
Awesome.
they did was Space Ghost. I'd love to have Space Ghost and
Captain
Birdman and
Caveman.
a Captain Caveman would be cool, but he'd be hard to do along with those lines. But you have like the Herculoids and you have Johnny Quest,
Fred
and all those
Flintstone.
guys. Yeah, you could do a whole second series of like cartoon stylized ones, right? Fred Flintstone and the Jetsons and Captain Caveman and Jabberjaw the Shark.
Adamant.
Adamant, yeah.
That purple
The other
gorilla.
the other license that I would love some company to do, and I can't believe it hasn't been done, is the A-Team. I don't know why no one has done the A-Team in 6-inch figures yet. And this is another good one. It'd be awesome if they did 6-inch figures of all the James Bonds. That would be sweet. Mezco did that Gomez. I think it was High Roller or something called like that, where he had the tuxedo on, where he looked just like James Bond. That was a really cool one. He was kind of a spy character in that story. That was awesome. But yeah, a bunch of James Bonds. You could do a whole bunch of different things with him too. They released some of them. Sideshow did a bunch of James Bond in 1/6 scale, which were really nicely done. They did Roger Moore in the blue ski suit, and I think they did a Sean Connery in like a tuxedo, and I don't remember if it was Timothy Dalton or the other guy that did him recently. They did 6 or 12-inch figure of him too, but Sideshow Toys, they're a little more pricey, nothing compared to like Hot Toys, but they had quality figures back in the day, but they kind of got pushed aside, and now it's mostly Hot Toys that do the 12-inch ones that are based like that. But yeah, the A-Team, you know how much I love the A-Team, and I just can't believe they haven't done I mean, it's really 4 figures with a van,
Yeah.
Odd Frog is doing a van after they get the Bandito sold, which is going to be designed right around the GMC van that the A-Team drove. It's going to come in just black, so you could paint the red stripe on and make it the A-Team van. You could do the put the Punisher logo on there for the Punisher van from the comics, or you could just make it into like a military van. So
That's pretty sick.
yeah, looking forward to that. But yeah, I'll be on stream with them Saturday, I think at 3:00 Eastern time, noon their time. They're really trying to break away from. Kelly and Eddie were originally with 112th Street Garage, and that's the guy that started Kickstarter. Had Kelly and Eddie design the car and do all the work, and then he got the Kickstarter money, took off and ghosted everybody. He had money that he owed to Big Bad Toy Store. He had money that he owed to Eddie and Kelly for the work on the car, and he just ghosted everybody. So they've been designing that Bandito for a long time, trying to get it made, and now they're trying to break away from that association with him, but they're having a hard time, especially with the Ramen Racer coming out, and now that Bobby's got his car out. I mean, got some competition out there, but they're a couple of good guys. So hopefully when they get the prototype done, I can get one in hand and do some photos and some stuff for them and get people interested, because their car's 185, and I think shipping is going to be like an extra $20, but they're including, depending on how many units they sell, they're including all that stuff that I showed off last week. So I thought you were supposed to be monitoring the chat there, Tom.
Well, I didn't want to, interrupt your ad.
Just interrupt me, because I'll go on forever. 112 Zardoz, Sean Connery in adult diaper and bandoliers. Yeah, I don't think that figure's ever been done. That would be cool with the long ponytail braid. That'd be awesome. I think everybody would probably turn it into what's his name from with the green bikini suit on. What the hell is that guy's name? Somebody help me out. They know who I'm talking about. The comedian guy who did like the he was in Talladega Nights as the French dude. The hell's that guy's name? I can't remember, but he did that movie where he wore the green bathing suit. So
the weird like Russian.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Zardoz, he was a Sean Connery character, and he had like basically like a red basically like a long red scarf, and it wrapped over his shoulders and around his crotch area, and then back up, and then he had like this long braid, and then more like a 6-shooter on his side. Cool character, but
Fun.
70s stuff, man. 60s probably for that one. Oh, let's see what else we got going on, dude.
Borat, yeah, Borat.
Borat. Thank you, James. That's the one. Yeah. Of course, people would probably buy that figure too if they made it. So
Oh, 100%.
yeah. I really like the goofy figures that are kind of, I mean, I like the Valaverse and the Joes and like Indiana Jones and stuff for photography. Mythic Legions are great for photography because the detail is just amazing. Their articulation's limited. AWOCs are really nice for photography, but they are, there's only so much you can do with like those characters. You got to be in the right kind of setup for them guys. But like the Gomez, you mean like I take pictures of Gomez in the kitchen that I made for him, and it's just it works, right? So there's quirky characters I like to take pictures of. Oh, Beastmaster, that would be another good one, Jim. James said Borat would be an ugly ass figure. True story. So you do Lego pictures. What else you do?
What else do I do? What does that mean?
You take a lot of pictures in front of your door, right? That's where like your
Yeah,
Mandalorian ones were,
right there,
right in
right
front of the
there.
door on the floor.
Yep. I mean, I don't really have anywhere else to take them, so
Yeah,
I could go outside, but
I know you
it's a
took.
lot of work.
I know you took your Miyamoto ones. You took that in the forestry, right?
Yeah, that was like I can't
That
really
was in
explain it because nobody
February
here
or
knows.
March, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
back there. There's a lot of like nice places where the water pools up and you can take cool pictures. Looks
yeah.
like ponds.
Love Gomez, Soul Mine. Love that line, but I just couldn't find a place to keep it going. I want to generate my own IP, but so far from that. Yeah, I'd love to see a line of cool figures from you, Mr. Wonderful, and then you
I'd like
can.
to see a line of Lotus action figures.
Yes, yes, we'll get Lotus. We'll get Lotus out there, and everybody will want a Lotus action figure.
That'd be cool.
Killer
That would be
female
cool.
robot. In
There's a
case
couple of
anybody wants to
like
know what we're talking
looks.
about, Luke wrote a book called Lotus. We're going to publish it after get it proofread here, which I owe him, and it's called
He does
Lotus.
owe me.
Yes, so Luke wrote that. It's 100 and some pages long, right? Kind of like a short
Yeah.
novel. Yep.
Well, it's like a normal size novel. It's a normal size novel.
Well, novels
Normal
nowadays
length
are
fiction
like
novel.
300 pages.
Well, mine's
so.
like 200 something. So
Is it really?
yeah, like 280. So
Oh, when I brought it up on the computer, I think it's maybe it was
the
280. I remember.
the word pages are not the same length as normal
Right,
book
that's what I was gonna
pages.
say. It was like 100 and something, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So 200-page novel. Yep. So it's kind of I'll let Luke explain what Lotus actually is. You want to just give a brief summary of your book without
Oh,
going
it's
into
hard to
too
give
much
a.
spoilers?
I can't really explain. It's hard to explain. People have asked me to explain the book multiple times, and I don't really know how to. It's about a robot AI that becomes sentient and then goes around and kills people and then tries to figure out the meaning of life and ends up becoming a god, angel, savior, but also turns into the creator of the universe at the same time. There you go. It's the best I can do.
That's good. So we're going to self-publish it on Amazon, yeah?
Yes.
Probably another couple weeks. I'll
No.
read it. No?
Like next week.
Next week? Okay. So I'll get it read before the end of this weekend for you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. Ted says, sounds like you got some work to do before you head back to work.
I
Also
believe
share
it'll
with your
be
friends.
up by the 21st of June.
21st of June? All right, 7 days.
Yes.
You're going to self-publish it on Amazon. So you guys are the first ones to hear about it. Big announcement here. And we will, maybe we could do something on a video, Luke, like maybe just share the link or something and read a couple, the first couple pages or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Something like that, just to get it
Sure.
out there, and then share the
Mhm.
link to the Amazon. Haven't really decided exactly what we're going to charge for the download yet, but it won't be, won't be anything bank breaking or anything like that, because it's, it is what it is.
It's more. I want more people to just read it and enjoy it rather than to make money off of it.
Yeah.
Because it's just a book. It's not really like an idea for a career or anything. But
yeah, but you have a lot of ideas in the banks for books to follow if this
do
one is
have a lot of
successful, right?
ideas for books. I've got like 24 books, which is my favorite number. 24 book ideas. After
So,
this
Mr.
one.
Wonderful, after we get going with the Amazon self-publishing, we'll let you know how that works, because we're both new to it, but it is a thing that you can do, where you can just put a digital copy of your book up there and then you sell it for whatever price you set. Some people, think their books are big, but then you also get noticed by publishers, so it could be something that does turn into something more lucrative than just that. So you guys will be the first ones to know. If Luke becomes a famous author someday, you'll be like, yeah, I know that guy.
I know that guy.
Yeah. So we'll let you know how that works, because Mr. Wonderful says trying to do the same with something for my youngest on something I wrote for him. And Ted says, why am I doing the chat? This is your job. I'm doing your job.
This is your stream. What are you talking about?
Man, no effort from you teenagers. Use toy photography as illustrations for the book.
You think it's easy to look this awesome?
What's that?
You think it's easy to look this awesome?
I gave you good genes. It
You're
didn't
right.
take you
I
much
do wake
effort,
up like this.
okay?
I wake up like this.
You wake up this, you wake up just
I
drooling
wake
awesome.
up and I pee excellence.
Yep, that's right. Frank says that's awesome. And Mr. Wonderful says it's going to be $3 billion.
Yes, each book will cost $3 billion. Signed.
Yep.
Signed copies.
And I'm assuming he's
Ted,
laughing at you saying you wake up and piss excellence.
Ted, I'll trade you a signed copy of the book for a hella dope mug.
Ted doesn't give anything away without licking it first, though.
Never mind, I don't want it. I'll lick my book for you.
Well, they're hand washable, so you got to wash it anyway, because you haven't seen one of the hella dope wrestling streams yet, Luke, but Ted always portrays a heel, the bad guys. And he says he's basing the wrestling stream heels characters after you moving forward. He's a good heel. He would make a good heel of a wrestler. He's kind of like, like a wiry, muscular guy, kind of like, like if he got a little bit beefier, he could be like a good Randy Orton, shave his head. Could be a Viper. All right. We don't want to, blow up the internet with you posing back there. So
my bad. Guns are banned on YouTube. I forgot.
Let's cool that down, right? All the ladies that'll see this in the future are gonna be like, "Whoo, who is that man?" So, anyway, now that you're done posing, and we announced your book, which 7 days. Okay, so I got
7 days.
4 days to read it, and then we got 3 days to get it together.
4 days to read it. It's gonna take you 4 days. I read it in a night.
I read really, really slow.
You read The Hobbit in like 2 hours, you said.
I did read The Hobbit really fast. Thanks for coming by, James. Have a good one. Looking forward to your reviews. All right. Let's see. We've been going a little over an hour. Maybe go another 12 minutes, Luke. Sound good?
15, 19, however long you want, man. I don't care.
All right. Yep, that's right, Jim. Swagger is the key. Fake it till you make it. That's right.
I've already made it.
And he does. He does a whole lot of faking. He thinks he's made it, but he does a whole lot.
Hey, as long as I believe it,
That's right. You create your own reality, right? So
exactly.
Ted's going to be listening in. He's got some hella dope work to do. Yes, he does. He's probably got packages to lick and tape up. And, back in the day, there was like, I think it was the envelope company or something, or maybe a stamp, but it was like their tagline was sealed with a lick because a kiss won't stick, right? That was the tagline. So that's kind of Ted's philosophy for packaging. Except he licks he licks the actual product, sticks it in the bubble wrap, and then ships it off.
Yeah.
He's hoping someday that he'll wake up and there'll just be like a mess of Ted Darklock clones all over the
They
place.
gotta
from
be.
all the
Yeah, they gotta be.
DNA.
He's gotta be careful, or else someone's
Yeah.
gonna frame him for a crime.
Yep. They're gonna clone him with his
They'll
DNA,
leave a
and then
hella dope action figure at the scene of the crime and be like, "Oh, who's
Yep.
this?"
Ted Darklaw get to work on those mugs. I had to laugh the other day. It was last week or 2 weeks ago, something like that. Ted and I were in a stream together. I think it was Punk with Toys or something. It was one of the streams. Anyway, somebody said something about the mug, and Ted's like, "I run a toy company, and all anybody keeps asking me for is these damn mugs."
He should start a mug company.
Mm-hmm.
He'd make millions of dollars.
Yeah, his daughter made the mugs, so she'd be the
Business
one
idea.
profiting. It'd be like our business, right? Where I get 10% just for showing up, and you get the other 90.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I think that's a good deal.
No.
Yeah.
It's more the other way around. I get 90% for showing up. You do 10% for all the work.
Yeah, I know that's how it works out, but
yeah,
I was saying like on paper, that's how we wrote it down. So anyway. So did you start your Instagram page yet so you can start posting your pictures?
I have not. Should I do the rest of the stream like this?
Well, you look better that way. Mr. Wonderful is doing some Hexastack work himself.
Awesome.
Is it all right if I announce when you're planning on launching your Kickstarter, Mr. Wonderful? I think you already said it one time, but I don't want to say it unless you're absolutely sure you're ready to go at that point. So, but his Hexastack Kickstarter is going to be starting soon. He has something like
all good, man. Go for it.
All right. So planning on launching July 1st, and he's going to be on unboxing art next Wednesday or the Wednesday after. I can't remember that. Mr. Wonderful and I are going to start doing a couple streams on Tuesday nights, since Tuesday night's pretty much dead on YouTube. And probably start right before his product, his Kickstarter launches for his Hexastack product, because that'll give him some momentum going into that. But working out the details for that. So we'll probably start ours, I think the 21st, which is the day your book's going live. So it'll be a big day for everybody. But we could have done Tuesdays, but you have to deliver pizzas on Tuesdays.
I do have to deliver pizzas on Tuesdays. Yep. Not for long, though.
Yeah. Once your car's paid off, then you can go do whatever you want to do. Or until you turn 18. Whatever comes first.
Whatever comes first.
Yep.
We'll see.
But anybody that doesn't know, when your kids get a little older, for those who have young kids, and they become pizza delivery guys, every time you get into their car, it's going to smell like
pizza. It will smell like pizza. It's
every
a nice
time
scent.
I get into Luke's car,
really nice.
It smells like pizza. It's the best air freshener in the world.
It is.
For some reason, every time we get in there just to go to Walmart or something, I'm starving for pizza by the time I get out.
I wonder why.
And it doesn't.
Now you wonder why I like Julie so much.
Yeah, it doesn't make things any better that he works at the best pizzeria in the entire area. So
that's true. I do.
Yeah, their pizza is by far the best
on the planet, I'd say.
I've had some pretty damn good pizzas in some, New York City and Chicago. So, but yeah, they're up there in the top 5 of the world for sure. Everything goes as planned as it stands right now. There you go.
As it stands. Hexastack stands.
As its Hexastack stands right now. Get your Hexastacks when the Kickstarter launches so you can level up your collection. And pizza and beer, breakfast of champions in the United States Army. Actually, my breakfast of choice after a night of drinking was I drink a 20-ounce Coca-Cola.
Can I say it?
Yeah,
I was going to say it. salt and
Go
vinegar
ahead.
chips, and Coca-Cola.
You get a bag of Lay's salt and vinegar chips
He talks about this a lot.
and a 20-ounce Coca-Cola. You never have a hangover. So here's Mr. Wonderful schedule so we can all go out and support him on these. 6:15 is Toy Frenzy. 6:28 is Unboxing Art. On July 6th, he's on Lawrence's show Punk with Toys. On 7/7, he's on Payne's Toy Samples on Friday nights, I believe that is. And then on the 23rd, he'll be on
Emily's birthday.
Highly articulated. Yes, that is Emily's birthday.
Wow. Very crazy.
And he says additional tour dates coming soon. He'll have his name in lights.
More famous than Frank Sinatra.
What's that? More famous than Frank Sinatra?
More famous than Frank Sinatra.
I was just listening to some Frank before we started the stream. So
New York, New York.
no,
These Hexastack blues
it was
are
Summerwind.
longing to stray.
Summerwind.
Okay.
Take up a Hexastack song to Summerwind.
The Hexastacks came blowing in.
From across the sea?
From across the YouTube algorithm.
Hexastack, a wonderful way to display. That is a nice tagline, Mr. Wonderful. I love it. Frank, can't wait for those stands. I will be in your stream tomorrow, Mr. Wonderful. Keep up the great work. Oh, yeah, tomorrow is 6:15, isn't it? Wow. Like I said, I've been off of work for the last couple of weeks. I don't know what day it is anymore. So
I still go to work. I never know what day it is.
Well, you didn't know what day it was when you went to school full time either. So
that's true. Time's relative, man. Albert Einstein. That's some historical wisdom for you.
Time is all relative. Anybody else have any other questions? I think we're going to close down here. Okay, Luke? You got anything else you want to talk about?
I don't know. You have anything else you want to talk about?
Not really. We kind of just briefed our topic, but we talked about
what were you sipping on? We didn't do that.
Well, that's a hella dope thing. I was sipping on some.
You are drinking out of a hella dope mug. I'm just saying.
I am drinking out of the hella dope mug. It does say Action Figs on the handle. I am part of the mug club because I'm better than everybody else.
What were you drinking? You didn't say.
I am getting there. I had to swallow because I had some. What do I always drink?
Old people.
What do I drink from 5 a.m. till midnight?
Wine.
No.
You are an alcoholic.
I am an alcoholic. I drink black
coffee.
Black
all
coffee.
The time. All the time.
All the time. Black coffee.
I was drinking some cherry blossom tea.
McDonald's homemade black coffee. All day, every day. My insides love me for it.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure the toilet loves you
dudes. Too. Mr. Wonderful says good luck. Good luck with the book. Thank you, Mr. Wonderful.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Love that time-space portal behind you. Yes, thank you. He's talking about your door, Luke.
Oh, this? No. He's talking about that.
He's talking about the.
This is a portal, though. This takes you out to somewhere you don't want to go. You don't want to go out there. That's scary out there. There's 3 wild beasts.
Thank you for stopping by. Frank and Ted, thank you guys for supporting us. We'll be back again next week. And next week will be one day before the book launch. So hopefully we'll have some updates on the Lotus. What?
That's my YouTube reaction face for when something cool happens.
YouTube reaction face? Yes. Mr. Wonderful. We realized that, but I was making a joke because Luke calls that his portal behind him.
I do. Portal to hell, because that's where it's awful out there.
Like around his door. So, yeah, that's my gate. Yes, it's a portal hell out there. He lives with all women, so
scary people.
And let's see. Anyway, so next week, yeah, we'll I can't get Luke. I can't get Mr. Wonderful.
Largos. That's funny.
It's frozen. They all want to see that all night long. So anyway,
that's goofy.
Largo's looking forward to learning to read. So
how to read?
Well, Maybe we'll figure out a way to put it on like
I'll do an
Audible or
audio
something.
book. I'll read it.
Yeah, Luke, that'll be his
That's what
first
we'll
book.
do next
How to
stream.
read. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So let's
Next
hear
stream,
your
I'll read the
audio
first
book,
page.
boys.
Okay. Ready?
All right, you're gonna read the first page next stream. All right, so you guys heard it here. Next
Hello,
Wednesday,
everyone. Welcome
live reading
to-
of the first couple pages.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Dark Knight Horror. Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
Hello, my friends. Put on the kettle.
And make some
All right, guys.
tea.
Appreciate everybody stopping
Time
by.
for a scary video.
Luke, I will see you backstage, and we will do what we got to do. But anyway, yeah, next Wednesday we will be promoting the book and whatever else we decide to talk about. And Mr. Wonderful, good luck tomorrow on your stream. I will definitely be in the chat for you. And Jim, stay cool. Hopefully you can keep cool in the 120-degree weather down there in the Guatemalan jungle. And hopefully your electric stays working when you're wanting to enjoy the internet. Later, everybody. Everybody have a great night.